Should we clap?
Right.
No, for sync.
Say that.
Right?
Okay, 1, 2.
Hello and welcome to HP Love Malt. My name is Ryan. I'm your host, and joining me today is Michael.
It's me.
It's him. You may not know him, but you may recognize his voice because about 10 years ago, he and I did a radio show together, a college radio show called
The Intimate Hour.
The Intimate Hour.
I have therapy right after this, and I'm excited to be tipsy for my session.
Sampling a malt from a very prolific distillery. So Lagavulin is probably one of the most well-known, well-recognized single malts from Islay. Nick Offerman is a huge fan of Lagavulin, and even his character, Ron Swanson on Parks and Rec, was a big fan of Lagavulin.
There we go.
And he was quite happy about it. This is almost it.
Oh.
So in 2016 was the 200th anniversary of Lagavulin Distillery, and they decided to release a special edition, which much to many people's surprise was half the age of the core 16-year malt. So they made an 8-year-old, which seems a bit odd. It
is odd.
Because why would you cut the age down? You release something a lot younger. What is the purpose of that?
I don't know why.
Well, it was a tribute to a whiskey writer and traveler named Alfred Barnard, who was a Victorian whiskey writer, and he was traveling around Islay, and this is what he had to say about when he came to Lagavulin Distillery, according to the bottle.
We journeyed through the village of Lagavulin?
Lagavulin.
Lagavulin.
Yes.
Okay. We journeyed to the village of Lagavulin. The mill in the valley. And no prettier or more romantic spot could have been chosen for a distillery. We tasted some 8 years old before starting, which was exceptionally fine. Alfred Barnard.
Very good reading. Well done, sir. This is referencing that. This is a tribute to that, and I think it shows some integrity of the distillery to give an 8-year-old expression. Like, that's very young for Scotch whiskey. Yeah, let's pour ourselves a little bit. So the other major differences in like bottling between this and the 16-year-old, this one's bottled at a higher strength. The 16-year-old is generally 43% where you go, and this one is 48%.
Nice.
This one uses refill American oak casks and European oak casks, whereas the 16-year-old uses that and some sherry cask influence. There's no wine influence in this at all. And the other thing, which I think is odd, this has no coloring added. I think it's odd. I think it's great. It
is odd.
So you see the color here is almost like white wine.
Yeah.
There's nothing added.
Here we go.
Yes, on the nose here.
It smells like a fine alcohol.
It does. Yeah, so it doesn't, the smoke, after you open it, the smoke kind of settles a little bit. And so you do get the smoke, it's integrated. You get kind of like this woodiness, like this wood smokiness, but then behind that you get like kind of a citric fruit note. You get kind of like a briny sea breeze to it, and kind of like ripe pears and maybe grated lemon, like lemon rind. So it's got a little bit of each of those things in there. They do their distillation at a generally a lower temperature, which means there's a lot of reflux, there's a lot of interaction with the copper, which means it's going to be purified more. And so they wanted something that has body, but is also not aggressive, and that kind of exemplifies what is so coveted and enjoyed about Lagavulin. So let's try a sip neat.
I like it.
Yeah, everything you smell really comes out. Ooh, yeah, a lot of like sweetness on the tip of your tongue. And then if you taste on the sides of your tongue, there's a little bit of like brininess and saltiness.
Yeah, no, I feel warm. And you know, we're here in Brooklyn, very cold.
In January.
But I feel warm. I could be sitting by the sea, drinking this, and I could die in a rocking chair. I don't know.
I imagine sitting at like a kind of seaside beach restaurant, and like maybe there's like a fire near you. Maybe you're order some fresh oysters or something like that. It's like very nice. It's very
that's
crisp.
interesting. Yeah. I would eat this with oysters. I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Oh, you drank yours?
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
I drank mine.
Do you want some more? So we're gonna try a little more. Now, the reason I had you bring some water up is this is bottled at 48%. That's a bit higher than the legal minimum, which is 40%, which means this probably has a little bit to be revealed by adding some water. So we're gonna take a little teaspoon here and add just a few drops, like so. Like,
Okay.
you could even probably add a tiny bit more water if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
I didn't actually see how much you added, so maybe.
I added.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a bit more creaminess. The smoke is kind of dispersing a little bit. Yeah, let's go in for vanilla coming out now. Vanilla creaminess.
Wow, it goes down even easier.
Yeah, this is when you add the water, even a little more brininess, and then on the back end, kind of a tiny bit of seaweed, maybe a bit. Yeah, you can enjoy it neat, but if you do get this, please add a little bit of water. It changes it completely. It really opens it up nicely. Yeah, no, I strongly recommend this. I think you can find it now for about 45 bucks. If you look in the right place, maybe 50, which is much more affordable counterpart to the 80-year-old. I mean, $80 to $90 Lagavulin 16. If you've wanted to try Lagavulin and you're like, I don't know, 90 bucks is a big, kind of gamble to put in on a whiskey I've never tried. Honestly, try the 8-year-old and I think you'll be pleased. Actually, some days even prefer this to the 16-year-old, the more popular 16-year-old. Well, the more well-known. But yeah, well done, Lagavulin, for doing this.
Well done. I finished mine again.
You had 2.
I had 2. I feel good. I feel true. And I would do it again.
Thank you for coming on, my friend.
Cheers.
Cheers. This has been HP Love Malt. Love your malt and love yourselves.
I'm going to go to therapy now.
Welcome to Manhattan. That could be bloopers.
And I'm just gonna start this one and oh my god.
10 years ago. If you think about that.
Ah, shit.
Very nice.
I did it for the comedy.
Yes,